All right, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Worst Friends podcast. We are starting off now.
I'm Larry, and he's Michael.
We're starting off on episode 5. I'm your host, Larry, and this is,
He's lying.
Oh, hey.
We've been lying to you this whole time.
This is our guest, Michael. Welcome back.
You're the guest.
Yeah, you know what? Alright, so I have to start it off to preface the preface part. I fucked up real bad today. I was like waiting for Michael to get off of work, and I was like, I'll just have a couple beers. And then I forget. Oh, wait, and this brings us into our sponsor, Voodoo Ranger. Live rangerously.
Yeah. That says voodoo in Chinese.
Yeah, Chinese. It's a surprise sponsor. These are our surprise sponsors.
Yeah, you can hear that sponsored crack for the boys on this truly Voodoo Ranger.
Yeah.
This is the truest form of Voodoo Ranger that you can get.
That's what it says on the can. It says true.
Yep.
But this brings me to, I told Michael this, that I fucked up. And I was like, so last week we had like the Michael's Drunk podcast because his rant about Vegas and everything. Now it's the Larry's Drunk podcast, which it was
real
an accident.
quick to touch.
Oh yeah. So let's
to
hit
touch
that.
on that.
Because
on the drunk part, because I was clearly more drunk than you.
Oh yeah. And I don't know
we're
how.
about the same size person, so I can't even say, well, you weigh more than me. We're about the same size.
But yeah, and we both drank the same amount.
I figured it out. I was on an empty stomach.
Oh, I wasn't.
I hadn't eaten.
I didn't
eat lunch or dinner.
Episode.
Yeah, I didn't eat lunch or dinner when we recorded that.
Oh boy, so that ruined you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about 3 or 4 hours removed from dinner right now, so yeah,
I just had mine, so
this is
I'm
like
Gucci.
my
now
third.
I can have a couple drinks.
This is like my third Voodoo Ranger, and they're 9%, so
Let's party, baby.
But again, that leads us into the next part where I was telling you beforehand that I fucked up, because I don't know how much you pay attention to my background here. Usually right about there's a jar. I don't know if you know what might have been in said jar.
That was moonshine.
It was moonshine.
Ooh.
135.
Lightning. I like how that said lightning.
It's fast. Kerchow, baby.
Kerchow, baby.
I'm about...
You're about to
two of these in.
Oh boy.
So that's a double shot. Michael,
I bet you won't take a shot right now.
Michael, when you joined,
I bet you won't take a shot right now.
There's one loaded, baby. When Michael joined, he said, dude, I can feel it burning a hole in my esophagus.
That hurt to watch.
When Michael said...
I'm glad I'm not drinking gas.
Michael said when he joined, I looked like I was holding back throw up. And that's why.
Yep. This will be the podcast this will be the episode that you throw up on.
Oh, man. I
know I tried to bully you into it last time.
I was so close with the 99s just because of the terrible flavor. Oh, my God.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, and last night, or no, was it last night? The night before, when we were talking, I took a couple shots of that butterscotch and watermelon. Watermelon, I almost lost it. Almost lost it.
Gotta wash that shot down with some delicious Voodoo Ranger.
True.
Truly Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
So, one thing, though, we talked about during this week, because I really didn't come into here with a whole lot of topics. Michael never really addressed why he was mad at Gearhead Society.
But still, fuck you guys.
He still keeps dropping these names. Now I'm living in fear that somebody's going to come at me with a skateboard or a baseball bat.
I ain't even tripping. But so, yeah, okay. Because when I got to that, I was... At the second shot, I was like, all right, this is going to be a rough podcast.
Oh, boy.
I think I was on shot 3 when we did that.
By the time we got there, because it was every 15 minutes, I think you were just polishing off 2 when you got to that point.
Maybe. Anyways, either way. And I had already had a couple drinks before that, so I was definitely, like, drunk. But no, one of the reasons that I was so pissed about the whole Gearhead Society thing is, like I said, that we left like an hour in to the show, right? And as we packed our shit up, And we go to leave, like, there's no exit. There's no, like, labeled exit, right? So I was like, okay, well, maybe they just move the gate, and we roll out of there, whatever. So I start pulling up, and, like, dude that's working at the walk-in, like, the gate, he's like, whoa, what are you guys doing? And we're like, we're bouncing out of here, bro. Like, we're just taking off.
Nothing's going on.
Like, being, well, we didn't even say that. We were being cool about it. We're like, oh, we're just taking off. And he's like, well, you can't. There's no exit. And we're like, well, meanwhile, we had seen cars going in and out of there. Ourselves even doing that because we did, like, a store run. We went and got a cooler, ice, water, all that shit.
That's another thing, too, though.
So it's like,
what do you mean there's no exit? So you're saying we're trapped in this building now? Like, what's the fire?
It wasn't even
safety?
in a building. It was outside.
Oh, I thought it was inside, like a.
No.
Okay,
if this was an actual show, maybe it would have been in the convention center, but no, it was in the fucking parking lot.
And then now you're like, all right, well, we're just gonna drive over that gate right there. Boop, bloop, bloop, bloop,
so, oh man, those Trulies make me burp a lot.
I mean, Voodoo Rangers.
So I was like, well, how do we get out of here then? And he's like, you don't. And we're like,
what do you mean?
So I'm sitting there, and I got my buddy Tyler in the passenger seat with me, and then the other two guys are in their own car behind us. And, like, I look over at Tyler, and he looks at me, and we're both like, the fuck? And we're like, what do you mean? He's like, well, you have to stay until the show's over. Keep in mind, we had gotten there at 8. The show started at 2. The show wasn't over until fucking 7. So we would have been there for 13 hours.
Huh.
And, like, he did not want to let us leave. Like, at all. And so finally, like, we see one of the, somebody who's not part of Gearhead Society is, like, moving the gate because he sees that we're trying to leave. And he's like, well, okay, well, these guys are leaving. And I'm like, Tyler's like, that guy's fucking opening the gate, so can we go? And he's like, no. I was like, well, I'm going anyways. So I just started fucking driving, and we just left.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, fine, get out of here. And we're like, what the fuck? Like, it made us so mad. Like, and they were, like, mean-mugging Andre and his brother behind us. And it's like, bro, fuck you.
Like, are they, holding you hostage because their show's not going well?
It felt like it. That's what we think it was, is because the show was already shit. So it's like, okay, well, if one more car leaves, then it's even more shit. You know, it was so frustrating because the show was already bad, and then they didn't want to let us leave. They legit did not want to let us leave. He's like, you have to stay until 7. And it's like, well, why? I already paid for my spot. It's not like I'm taking my money back.
Yeah, I didn't ask for a refund. It's not like I'm like, this whole
I didn't care. I didn't even want a fucking refund. I didn't want to deal with those motherfuckers anymore because of that. Like, yeah, it was so irritating. But yeah, so apologies to everybody. I left on a cliffhanger because they didn't know why I was actually pissed. I was mad for no reason, but still, fuck you, Gearhead Society.
Damn.
Fuck you guys. I'm not retracting that at all. But
I don't think there was any hint of you retracting it. I don't think I brought it up. Anybody else brought it up?
Nope. And if you do, just fuck you too.
No, not me. No.
Fuck you, buddy. But I took another trip. I didn't really talk to you about it too much.
No. Yeah, that was one thing we were kind of saving. Like, maybe something comes out of this. Maybe nothing does.
Yeah. Surprisingly, some did. And some was funny. Some was horrible. I keep taking these dumbass fucking road trips that I hate.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to drive 14 hours to shitty state B, you know? Like, yeah. I mean, you live in shitty state
B, A. I compared to California. That is where I went. Yep. Went there with my buddy who I've known. He was like my first best friend when I moved here. Okay.
Where in California?
Northern. So Sacramento.
Oh, God, Sacramento.
So we went, like, our whole drive was in California.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
We did 4 hours from here to, Cali, and then
it was all... If you guys hooked up in Southern, you guys probably hooked up around San Diego almost, right?
No. So, okay, so he...
How far south were you guys?
What are you talking about? Like, no, my buddy flew here.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, so it was cheaper for him to get a truck and then drive it there, drive it back, and then return it at a location that, like, needed trucks. Instead of paying $1,700 for one way, he paid $150.
Oh, goddamn.
For it to go there, back, and then he was supposed to drop it off in an area called Yuma, which is basically, like, I believe it's right on the corner of where like the bottom left of Arizona and the bottom right of like Cali meet and Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
It's like right. It's like a board. It's like 3-way border.
Yeah.
Mexico, Cali, and here. So no, he flew here, and then we drove all the way up to Sacramento. Same day that he flew in.
You know, actually, hang on. So back to my point,
Yeah.
the question that I was asking, for whatever reason, in my head, I'm just like, you can only move in straight lines. So you went straight to California, and then north.
I
Like
mean,
you said,
kinda.
in my head, but it's like
Kinda.
I mean,
Because San Diego is like a diagonal kind of line from here to San Diego.
yeah.
And then it's pretty much just straight north, just about, with a little bit of boo, 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 boo,
Well, yeah.
to Sacramento.
But that's what I was saying. I was like, it's just like in my head though. I was like, it's just a straight line, just bloop bloop, and that's all you guys had to do. But I mean,
Basically.
in today's, with how everything is, you can just go kind of diagonal.
With technology.
You can kind of diagonal your way there.
With this new technology called roads.
New technology called diagonals.
Diagonal.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, like it's normally a 12-hour drive, right? If you're driving a normal vehicle and not a 16-foot moving truck that has transmission issues, multiple misfires, a bad alignment, and then you hit 50-mile-an-hour winds for 4 hours.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was great. I wanted to shoot myself.
So nobody wanted you guys to do this move, especially God.
Yeah, I don't believe in him, but he was like, "Hey, man,
Nah, fam.
I wouldn't recommend it." Nah, fam.
Stop.
But like, that was the worst drive I've ever taken. Like, I would rather drive my car at its lowest point to Vegas, which those roads were kind of shitty, than to drive to California again, ever.
Man, and you've done a lot of driving.
Yeah.
Just to go get the
probably,
Z,
in the past month, I've probably driven, so, I don't know, Vegas was, I think, around 1,000 miles total, with the driving around there, to and from, and then California it was 800 miles there and 800 miles back.
Damn, yeah. See,
So whatever that math works out to is what I did. But no, we were hitting these potholes that were swallowing the tire of a moving truck.
God damn, dude.
Like we'd be driving and we'd go, "Ugh!" Like it was so ridiculous. And the funniest part about it is there's these signs everywhere that say, "Fixing our California roads, your hardworking tax dollars at work," or whatever.
I've never
Motherfucker, where?
Yeah.
Are they I think what it is they're actually using their tax dollars to drive a truck with a hammer on the back and just
No, when it says
into the
fixing
road.
potholes, it means making them bigger. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this one's too small, let's fix it. And
If you make the
fix it.
pothole bigger, eventually it'll take up the whole road, and then it's actually not even there, it's just the road.
Yeah, then it's just the road, yeah.
Yeah. I'm on to you, Callie. You sneaky fuckers.
Man, speaking of potholes, though, like right now, between me and my work, they're paving every road. Every road that I normally drive. So I'm
That's
like,
inconvenient.
and my car's low as fuck. So I'm like, I don't know if I should like just bite the bullet and take my normal cruise into work, where it's maybe
Right.
an extra like 10 minutes if I just kind of sit
I say
back
just
and
fuck
relax.
up your car and do it anyways.
That's what I'm thinking. But
Yeah,
like,
that's what I do.
my front tires have that, they're drag slicks at this point. I didn't buy them as drag slicks, but that's what they are.
Camera gang.
Yeah. So I'm like, I worry when I drive over grooved pavement,
Oh, because your car's fucking
It's
all over the place.
yeah.
You're hydroplaning even though it's not even wet.
Yeah, it's the driest it's ever been.
That's
And you
how my
think,
car
was.
Before I got an alignment done. So I have -6 degrees of camber, and then what I didn't know until I got the alignment is I had -10 degrees on each side of toe in.
Mm-hmm.
So my wheels were like this,
Oh my god.
just fucking like that. So I'd be driving, and I would just feel the back end going like this if it was wet. And then like when they patch the road, there's little tar strips.
Yeah.
You could hear my tires drip 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 drip
Well, we talked
over
about
that because my shit was like this.
It was really funny to me because we were it was you and me, we were talking about it, and I was telling John I've never felt more validated in my life, because I was talking about, it's like, maybe because like as I was driving to work, I just was like, maybe this is just me. Maybe I'm like just noticing this, or like because my car, like I said, I realized the camber in the back is how it is, and I was like, maybe I'm just like, maybe it's just me in my head.
Maybe I'm tripping.
Yeah, but as I was driving to work, I kept slipping on the crosswalk dashes.
Oh, that damn ass paint. That shit's slippery as fuck when you have no contact patch.
That's it. That was the validation for me. You're like, that's slippery, right? And I was like, dude, yeah, that shit's
it's not
super
just me.
Slippery. There's one part on my way to work where it's downhill and a turn.
Oh no.
And there's the dashes. So I'm always worried. Like, I'm always worried going down because I don't give it gas. I'm like, just like, let the fucking Jesus take the wheel.
You should just give it gas and then let go of the wheel.
Yeah.
Well, like, give it a good turn and then punch it and then just see what happens at that point.
And then the charger just slips out from underneath me.
And then you're dead.
Yeah. Well, luckily...
And then the podcast will go, welcome to Worst Friends Podcast. I'm your host. And I'm Michael.
The guest still.
I don't know why. I just realized I'm an idiot for saying that because I did the introduction up until your name. So it's your ghost speaking, but they don't know your own name.
And you still said worst friends? There'd only be one at that point. Worst friend.
I have separation anxiety. So back to Cali real quick. Like I said, the roads are terrible. And I've taken, as I said, like just in this past month, I've taken a lot of trips. Actually, in the past couple weeks, because Vegas was only a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
But like I've done Washington multiple times, straight through. New Mexico, Colorado, like all that stuff. I've never taken a worse road trip than fucking California, dude. Because of the roads and the people all there are just trying to kill you.
Oh yeah, no,
you know? We were doing 75 at one point, and we got past like we were standing still, not just by one car.
Oh yeah,
like all of them.
Oh yeah.
And like, people will ride your ass until you get scared and get out of the way. And I'm talking like, not just kind of close, you know. I'm talking maybe a foot from somebody's bumper at 90 miles an hour.
If you not even like brake checked, but like just had to hit the brakes.
Think about the brakes.
Yeah, if you had to hit the brake for whatever reason, yeah, you're in an accident now. You're like, cool.
You're gonna die, straight up. And everybody there's rude.
Yeah,
rude as fuck.
Well,
like, and over the dumbest shit.
Well, like they're from my understanding is that they're pompous. Is like they're better than
exactly. Because I'm from California. No matter what part of fucking California it was, we made lots of stops. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody was just a fucking asshole. Like, for a good example here, we stopped at a Wendy's. I don't remember where we were. I think it was in the LA area. We stopped at a Wendy's to get some food.
Kind of the Bay Area. Wait, no, LA's not the Bay Area. Yeah, it is.
No, the Bay is up. North.
Yeah, you're right. That's San Fran and San Diego.
I think. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about
whatever.
I don't care where things are. Fuck you, California. No, so I went to the bathroom, right, to take a nice road trip dookie at Wendy's after I was waiting for my food.
As you do.
And I shit you not, I look at like the toilet paper dispenser and it's broken open. I'm like, okay, whatever. We're in this ghetto ass area.
Already trashy as fuck.
There's 4 debit cards sitting inside of the toilet paper thing. I was like, well, that's weird. Maybe somebody forgot all of their debit cards, whatever. So I grab them because I'm going to take them up front, and I look, and there's all different names. All different names. I was like, okay, these are clearly stolen.
Yeah.
So like, I'm going to do the right thing. I took them up front, and I was like, hey, I found these debit cards in the bathroom. I just felt it was the right thing to give them to you in case somebody comes looking for them. And the look of disgust that I got from the lady at the counter was like, what the fuck's wrong with you for returning those?
And then you're like, you work at a fucking Wendy's.
Yeah, you're disgusting. And like,
I mean, I'll give it this. Wendy's is like the better of the fast food places, but like, I'm not standing for somebody looking down at me. Okay,
it does, yeah. But like, so I'm like, well, can you take them? Because I'm not gonna steal them. and she still looked at me like I was wrong for not wanting to steal them.
I would have put them on the counter and then hawked a loogie onto the debit cards. So she had to
No,
clean
I
it.
was like, so are you going to fucking take them? Because I'm not getting blamed for stealing them. She was like, I guess I could call my manager. And I was like, I guess I'll fuck off for being nice then, huh? Like, and then we just walked out. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I just...
I don't know. That's one of those things where it's like, I feel like I've had the inverse of that working at a. I feel like I don't
Napa
want to.
Auto Parts?
I feel like I don't want to say the name. You know.
I mean, you said it in a different episode, but Napa.
Yeah, working at a Napa, you have like those people that are just super self-absorbed, especially now
For no reason.
with everything that's been going on. Right? You want to know how many times I heard, like, if I didn't come here and shop during COVID, you guys would be
closed.
You'd be closed right now.
Man, I heard that shit all the time when I was closing Sears. I'm like, but we're already closing.
That was
What
the
is
thing.
your
I was like,
windshield wiper purchase gonna do?
I was like, if Home Depot closes, I still get paid.
Yeah.
Like, whether it be...
It's called severance, baby.
Well, whether it be that, or unemployment, or anything else, it's like, I still got paid. And it's like...
That person's still paying you no matter what.
Yeah. I would have been like, all right. I told the guys, like, then stop shopping here. What do you mean? It's like,
Go. Ain't nobody making you.
I was like, I want to go home and play video games all day.
Go to Lowe's, bitch.
That's always my favorite.
I mean,
That
O'Reilly's.
That one, and they're like, well, I'm going to shop at Lowe's. They're like, all right, do you want a map? Because, like, the nearest Lowe's is, like, 40 minutes
It's actually
away.
it's right here.
Yeah.
I did that a couple times. People, like, would come in when I worked at Sears and like, well, what's the next closest Sears? And at the time, it was us and one that was in Glendale, which was, like,
Oh, boy.
an hour and a half away.
Yeah, that's a hike.
I was like, that one's closed. That one's closed, too. This one, it's an hour and a half away. But I can call and make sure they can reserve that for you.
My favorite is that, and it's like, well, your website said you had it. I was like, all right, well, I mean,
Inventory can be off.
It's not even that. It's like, I work in the store. I know what we have. I see it every day.
I'm not a computer.
I was like, we don't carry that. Well, the website says, and I look it up on my phone. It's like, it says online only.
Or because it's like third party sometimes.
Not with Napa Depot. They I don't think they have third party sellers. Not like Walmart or Amazon.
Even Sears had that. I had people come in all the time looking for tires that we didn't even sell because it was like a brand we don't sell, like Big O or something like that. And I'm like, well, that's a third party thing like Amazon.
I'm looking for
like,
Rubbermaid
you have to
tires.
get them. I'm like, well, I don't have to do shit.
Yeah.
Go away.
You're like, you buy them and bring them to me, and I'll mount them for you.
Yeah. So another Cali thing that I just remembered. So we were at Walmart.
You got his tires mounted.
No, I would never have those idiots that at Walmart do shit to my cars.
Oh my god. I feel like
you guys are dumb.
When I got my tires mounted, when I blew up my fucking passenger wheel, I feel like I should have gone to Walmart. I feel like I should have waited the extra 2 days it took for them to order my tires and gone anywhere else. They scratched up my rims so bad.
At Walmart?
No. At this stupid local place.
Oh. No, I would never go to Walmart. But anyway, so we're like bebopping through Walmart, and I just glanced down the aisle because I hear like this lady yelling, like panicked,
sounds like a Walmart thing.
Digging into somebody. I was like, all right, this is probably a crackhead. But no, it was like a normal looking older lady, yelling at a lemon.
Oh, what?
That was on the ground that she dropped. She was like, because I saw it as it happened. She was like yelling, and then the lemon fell, and then she's like pointing at the lemon, yelling at it. I don't even know if she was yelling, but she was just yelling at it, and I'm just like, I look at my buddy, I was like, you see that lady yelling at that lemon? He's like, yeah, I didn't want to look anymore. I didn't know what was happening. She was so mad at this lemon. There was nobody else in the aisle. She wasn't on Bluetooth or nothing.
That's just a Walmart thing, I think.
People at Walmart, man. I hate shopping at Walmart.
I
hate it.
I don't ever go.
Hate it.
You know what? The last time
I can never find anything.
The last time I shopped at Walmart, I actually bought some wireless headphones. It was not this pair here. This, I happened to forget my headphones. I didn't get off until 2 in the morning. This was a couple years back. So on my lunch break,
Did you have to get contact solution too?
no, that was different. So, God, we drove all the way to Walmart for that. But
Yeah.
like I said, I forgot my headphones, and on my lunch break, I just decided, you know what? I'll just go buy a pair of headphones at Walmart and return them tomorrow. So that's what I did. I bought a pair of headphones that were super cheap.
That's such a Walmart ass thing to do.
I hate Walmart so much.
Dude, fuck Walmart.
But they're...
I mean, they have a lot of stuff there, and like they have good deals on electronics. But god damn it, if you're trying to look for something else in the store besides one of those,
oh, yeah.
like an electronic, and you ask somebody, they don't know where the fuck it's at.
Yeah.
I don't think most of the people that wear Walmart vests actually work there.
It's like when you have those helper dog vests. I can't remember what it's called. Service dog. Service dog.
Yeah, that.
I
I knew what it was. I was just waiting to see if you could figure it out.
I did. Yeah, exactly. Clap for me, thank you.
Yay.
Thank you.
I'll be here all week.
Yeah. And people just slap them on any old dog, you know?
Yeah. That irritates me.
That's a Walmart employee.
A helper dog that doesn't help. Because that's the other thing. Hey, where can I find this trash can?
So...
And they're like, oh, it's aisle 17. So you go to aisle 17 and it's light bulbs.
But before then, right? And this, again, was years ago. This was actually at the beginning of 2020. I don't even think I told you this story. This was back when we were going to buy 2020s to bring in 2020. You know, our infamous 2020 adventure.
Good time.
I looked it up online at the Mad Dog 2020 website to see, you know, where they have 2020s. And it said they sold them at the Walmart by my house. It's only one exit up, so it's not too far. And I was like, all right, cool. I'll just go there. You know, I didn't want to go to the 7-Eleven because it was downtown. And parking's a pain in the ass downtown. That's the only reason. Yeah. So I go there. And I'm like walking all around the alcohol aisle, you know, trying to figure well, it says it's here, and I kept checking my phone just to double check. I'm like, is this the right Walmart? Maybe there's another Walmart behind this Walmart.
Well, it says it's online.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do that. I'm never that person. But I asked somebody who worked there. I was like, do you guys sell Mad Dog 2020s? Like, I think we sell those over in like the clothes section. And I was like, what?
Excuse me?
I was like, no, it's like a wine. And they're like, I said wine?
It's too classy for that establishment.
And they were like, oh, well, our wine is actually going to be over by electrical. And I was like, wine? I'm standing in the wine section right now. And they're like, oh, I thought you said twine. I was like, I don't know where, at what point, there's maybe there's a MD 2020 brand of twine that people use in
I'm
arts
still
and
stuck
crafts.
on why they thought it was clothes.
Probably like Mad Dog. Like, the only thing I could think of is remember...
Can we get Mad Dog shirts made?
Yeah, we can.
Let's do it. Anyways.
But you remember in the 2000s when they had those shirts that was the dogs wearing gangsta clothes and shit like that? Maybe that's what he thought it was.
And then, yeah, we should get those, but our faces holding Mad Dogs like this.
I hate it already.
The Mad Dogs calling.
It's an extra Mad Dogs calling. That'll be on the back.
We could have each of us having 2 bottles like this. The hood's calling. Let me answer.
It's more
quick.
elaborate than I wanted it to be.
It's gonna. I'm gonna make it. What were those shirts called?
I don't even remember. Do
you remember those shirts? I tried to look them up. They were car shirts, but they were sparkly. There was the smoke was clouds and it was sparkly and it was these tuner shirts.
No.
Do you remember those? Oh man.
See,
I had a bunch of them. Some
of the other ones I remember too are the button-up shirts or whatever that were the dragon on it.
I had one of those.
I had one that was I had the Yu-Gi-Oh one where it had the
fuck yeah.
Had the Egyptian hieroglyphs on it and everything.
Hell yeah.
And then on the
dude.
back on the shoulder it had Yu-Gi-Oh on it, and on the front it had Yu-Gi.
Gotta fucking represent.
It had the Blue Eyes White Dragon instead of like
Hell
the
yeah.
regular dragon. So
Fuck yeah. Dude, clothes when we were a kid were so dumb
oh my
and
god,
ugly. If you wore that now,
I-
you'd get beat up.
I hate so much, right? Like you see like fashion today is so different than what it was for us. Like for us it was all graphic
Absolutely.
tees, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, Bugs Bunny
Who
with
had
his
the
knuckles.
funniest, most inappropriate shirt? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gangster Bugs Bunny.
All those gangster shirts, like those were really popular. you
I
know?
always hated them, though.
I did too. I still do.
I thought they were stupid. They were always like that chubby white kid who thought he was black would wear them.
Whoop whoop, my fellow ninjas.
Whoop whoop, ICP.
That reminds me of a
Whatever.
conversation John and I had last night. Hang on, I'm gonna open this. Second, Voodoo Ranger. Live rangerously.
I'm sipping on my Trulu Ranger. Live truly.
Do you remember who the ICP names are? Like the guys? Violent J was the one.
Faggot and gay.
Violent J was the one that John and I got right off the bat, but we couldn't remember the other guy's name.
Was that Violent J the fat guy or
No,
the skinny
I think
guy?
that was the skinny guy. No, I think he was the fat
I don't
guy.
know. I couldn't even name a single song.
The other guy was maybe Cheddar Bob, or like
Cheddar Bob.
like Chester Cheetah. Those were the names we came up
Those
with last
face
night.
paint.
Those were the
Chester Cheetah.
no, it was Shaggy Two Dope. That's
I
worse.
like the other option.
Yeah.
I like the other option more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cheddar Bob's way better.
I splashed my Truly.
Cheddar Bob.
Cheddar Bob. Whoop whoop.
Where my,
Cheddar Bob.
Where my ninjas at?
Insane clown pussies. Cheddar Bob in the house.
Cheddar
I
Bob.
don't see those people anymore.
Yeah, I
Maybe that's
wonder
because
why.
I don't live in Bremerton.
Yeah, there was a lot of them in Bremerton. Oh my god.
Because we're not a gang, we're a family. All right, Vin Diesel, calm down. Family.
We're a
We're
family.
a family.
You want a Corona?
Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. What about a Fago?
All right, so
Oh god.
I guess going into this podcast, I heard an interesting thing, right? So I know I always ask
Oh.
you like $1 million but kind of stuff, you know, where it's like you get $1 million, but like
But
for an hour every
hit me with it.
for an hour every day, your knees bend backwards like a bird. But you get $1 million.
So wait, okay. Run it back for me.
So you get $1 million, but
Okay.
for every day for the rest of your life, for 1 hour a day,
I'm like not ready to hear it again.
your knees.
I don't do good with joint things.
Your knees-
It freaks me out.
Your knees are fine. They don't break, but they bend
they're
backwards like a bird.
So every hour,
Just no, not every hour, but for like
every day for just 1 hour.
yeah. So maybe it's an hour while you're asleep. You know, it's a random hour.
I can't imagine just sleeping and then like my knee goes. "Wah."
No,
Like,
it doesn't
the
just
wrong
do
way.
that. It's just how it works normally.
So I could wake up to take a midnight piss and my knees are like, nah, dog, we're gonna go the other way.
yeah, but you still walk normal. I mean, actually, you see how birds walk? You know, they're like.
I wake up, Ashley's like, what the fuck's going on? Get that money, girl.
Caca, you know.
Caca, caca.
No, I heard one today where it was like, I was like,
but
this
yes.
is. Oh, okay, yeah, no, I do it too.
$1 million to be a bird for a couple hours?
Or like $1 million, but every time.
Wait,
somebody
how
asks
long?
you-
How long does the bird knees last until I get the $1 million?
you get the $1 million, and then after that, like let's say you get like a
For
24
the
hour
rest
grace
of my
period.
life?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do the next one. What's the next one?
So like I said,
The
this
knee
is
thing freaks me out.
yeah, it does. It does me too.
I kind of want to throw up.
But this one was like, this is how you knew the recession was hitting harder than you thought, because it was like $10,000, but your keys, every time you need your car keys, they're in a scrotum.
Like mine?
No. Like
Yours?
like a stress ball. You know how you have the titty, but it's a scrotum, and it looks like
Listen.
but it looks like there's balls in it. I'm gonna have to blur that, you know.
It'll be fine. It's not even a real titty.
But
That could be a man titty. Doesn't matter. But hashtag free the nipple.
like I said, it's just a scrotum. It's separate from, you know, like a human being. You don't have to like cut somebody open to get your keys out. It's just like, it's like a coin purse, I guess. But your keys are.
I mean, that's easy. I'd be fine with my keys being just in a balls. Like, it's fine.
In a balls.
Just in a balls.
But you only get $10,000, and it's for the rest of your life.
That's fine. That's easy money.
Oh man!
Every time I go to drive my car, $10,000.
No. It's a one-time thing. Once of 10,000.
Oh, but then from now on, every time I open the balls, it's keys.
No, every time you need your keys.
Every time I need my keys, it's balls.
It's only your car keys, though. Your house keys are unaffected.
I'll walk. That's easy 10K, though.
Ah, man. I don't know.
And a funny story.
Here, catch.
Like, hey, man, can you pass my keys?
Yeah, could you imagine, like, taking an Uber, and they're like, hey, can you get my keys? You go to grab it, and it turns into a scrote.
Just scrote. Is it a big scrote or like a little one? Or does it depend on your car keys?
It's like your scrote, okay?
Well, my keys won't fit in that.
I got big keys.
Yeah, big keys, man. No, it's more of I got a $1.50 wiener.
But in Vegas, it's like $3.
Yeah, dude, it's big scrote. Big scrote, small keys.
Oh, my God. Oh.
I guess since we're kind of talking about traveling, also the original Lemonade version of Truly Voodoo Ranger is really good.
True Do Ranger?
Really good. True Do Ranger, yep.
This is one of those things where it's like, I might want to email Voodoo Ranger to hopefully get a sponsorship or something.
What do you think we are, Face Jam?
Yes, but not Mad Dog.
No, let's do Mad Dog.
We didn't drink Mad Dog this episode. Brought to you by Mad Dog.
See, it's so good you already drank it.
No! Look, there's still some left.
Drink it right now, I bet you won't.
Fucking bet, bitch.
Bet right now. On God, fam. Flick that shit at me. I can tell by the little... that it was sour, huh?
It was.
Because that's from...
2 days ago. And it's warm. It's hot as fuck in my room. I gotta turn my AC on, but I can't because we're recording.
It's toasty in my room office thing also. But since we're talking about traveling, like vacations, where is somewhere that you would like absolutely love to vacation to? Like your ultimate, like no money, like ultimate drop everything, go on a vacation here.
I mean,
where?
Just like anywhere in the world?
Anywhere
in the world.
Anywhere.
I mean, I feel like it is obvious.
Yeah, Maine. Got it.
Yeah, I love the lobster there. I went to Maine yesterday, okay? Just because I can.
Your life's complete. You can die now.
Japan, dog. Akihabara, all day.
For sure. Me too. But mine's kind of on the dark side.
Oh, is it California, the Death Museum?
That's a thing?
Yeah.
Well, it's in California, so I guess I'm not going.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going back there. Fuck that place.
You're going to find debit cards in the Death Museum bathroom. Here, can you take these?
Hey, can I return these? And they're like, get the fuck out of here before you're part of this museum. No, and it's kind of sensitive, I guess, but I would like to go visit the suicide forest.
Yeah.
Just because I wouldn't say I have a fascination, but I guess I do, with places of like destruction or just things like that.
Dude, that means
the suicide forest for sure. Just to feel like, I don't know, feel like what it's like to be there, you know? Because there's all these stories about like there's this energy that you feel when you're there that just draws you in almost. And I just want to know what it's like to be there. Like, why do these people go here? And like, when did that even start?
Yeah, no, just more knowledge.
Why is that even at like? Why there?
Like the weird thing on that sense, right? Because he said destruction, and my thought was, a couple years ago, for my brother's proposal, we went to New York, and we went to the 9/11 memorial. Obviously, where the Twin Towers.
I'd like to visit there too. It's about the only reason I'd ever go to New York.
I'm gonna be honest with you, because we were in Manhattan, obviously. The hotel we stayed in was kind of near Central Park, so getting to that point was pretty far. It's a long way. It felt so disconnected from New York. I forgot I was in New York City. It was like
heavy.
It was quiet.
But was it like heavy to you?
Oh,
like, you just had this feeling of like,
dude,
pain.
I really can't describe how it felt. It was,
and that's and it's not like I go looking for that feeling of like, oh, people died here. I want to go where people died. It's like,
it's interesting though. I know what you're saying.
You almost go to look to see if you can feel what people may have been feeling while you were there.
It was such a somber feeling, right?
Yeah.
Like I said,
because, I mean,
it was so...
That's definitely a huge part of our history now.
Oh, 100%.
It really is. Whether it's in history books for these kids these days, probably not, which is stupid, and they should learn that.
No, it is. It is. Trust me, it is.
Well, I
obviously
haven't read an history book.
I work with a lot of teenagers, and the weird thing to me is always being like, I remember where I was for 9/11. I was
getting ready for grade school.
Yeah, let's say I was like, we were only in fucking elementary school.
And I hear my mom like, "Oh my god," and I'm like, what's going on? And I go and I look and I see these towers. At the time, I didn't know what they were.
Yeah,
there's just these buildings, and I saw them on fire, and then I remember watching it, and then the second plane fucking hit. I remember that too. I was like,
our teacher,
what the hell?
Our teacher put it on the TV because she got the call and she's like, what? And then turned on the TV. It was everywhere. It was on everything.
You were at school.
I was at school, yes.
I wasn't. We didn't go to school that day. At Kitsap Lake, we didn't go to school that day that I remember. I don't remember.
We all left. After that, everyone most people got picked up by their parents and then went home.
And that shows you, and I don't even remember it being out of a fear of like, what if they crash a plane into my house? It was just can't believe that just happened.
It was a be with your family thing.
It was pain throughout America, even if you weren't even like
directly affected.
Related. Being in Washington, we were as far away from being affected by that as possible.
2,000 miles away. I mean, it's probably further than that, but yeah, like it's super far away.
But like
thousands of miles away. And like I said, I remember it to this day vividly.
Yeah, and I do find myself, and I always feel disgusted for watching it. I find myself every once in a while watching videos of it just to like, as cliche as it sounds, to never forget.
Yeah,
what happened, because that's fucking crazy that happened. Another place that's like that, not like that, it's way worse. Probably like really the worst place you could go visit is I would like to go visit Auschwitz. Because that's another big part of history. Mm-hmm. Not even our our history, and people that are affected by that. There's still people alive that are affected by that.
This episode took a turn I didn't expect it to take, if I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah. No, but like, I don't know, that's just something I was thinking about the other day, is that it would be really cool to visit that and just learn. I like history.
Yeah.
I know we both do, because there was that time we were at fucking I'll turn the tempo back up when we were at Fort Worden fucking around.
Oh man.
And we got to tour.
Oh!
We got to do that secret tour.
Dude, that's one of those things, right? That I always, when I tell people that I feel like I'm always in the right place at the right time for the weirdest things.
That was perfect.
For the weirdest things. It's never anything that's like, I'm going to become a billionaire. I'm going to make a ton of money off of this because I'm right place, right time. It's always for the weirdest things. Like, for me, was, I guess more recently, it was at PAX like 4 or 5 years ago, PAX East.
Uh-huh.
And I took an elevator down to the show floor. And I remember I was with a group of people in the elevator. We were also 2 hours early on the show floor.
Uh-huh.
So there's nobody else there. It's just devs and people showing off their games, indie developers, and all these people, because they're separate. They have to be able to see the show floor before the whole crowd's get in, right? And for whatever reason, with that group, I decided, as soon as those doors opened, I was like, I'm just going to walk over here. And I decided to just break off from the group. And I started talking to these other guys, like, hey, how's it going, man? I turned my badge around, if I'm going to be honest, though. It's like, hey, how's it going, guys? Like, you guys get here early, Like, oh, I got here at 6. I was like, oh, I got here at 5:30, man. It's been a long day, just kind of bullshitting my way through it. But that whole group of people that got off the elevator got caught. They all got sent back up and at the end of the line. And I'm over there talking to those devs. And I was like, oh, well, if you guys see me, catch me at my booth, I'm over there in the Indie Mega booth. So, and I just walk away. And that's the picture I have. I have it on my Facebook from years ago when Nier Automata came out. And it was that picture of me holding the poster tube with the girl that cosplayed.
Oh, yeah, I love that picture.
Yeah, that picture was from that moment of I happened to get in line. There were like 2 people in front of me. I took a picture with her, did the pose and everything.
Right.
And just, I had nobody else there. Like, it was awesome. I walked around. I bought some stuff because there's nobody there on the floor. Like, what do you do? Right. But so but I guess I'll say back to the Fort Worden thing though. So Michael and I don't remember why we were at Fort Worden. I think we just wanted to go.
We would go every other weekend. We would just go and adventure around, see what we could find, and just look around.
I remember you and I were on the top, like the tippy top as far as we can go, right?
Right.
And then we found some bunkers that we'd never seen before. And then this guy I don't know where he came from. If I'm going to be honest. He appeared
out of nowhere.
Yeah, he evaporated out of nowhere. He was probably a ghost. And he was like, he says like, oh, are you guys interested in history? It's like, we love history. Yeah, of course. And then he's like, well, here, let me show you something. And he, like, the biggest padlock you've ever seen on anything. He's like, yeah. And he pops the lock open. And he's like, this was the sonar room for submarines and stuff that would come into the bay. So, like, if there were submarines that weren't allowed to be in, they'd just shoot them and everything. Because Fort Worden's on, like, it's a coastal town, obviously. And
right.
So he had, like, the sonar room, and he's like, and I remember one thing that he always told us was, like, the sonar back in those days was literally just a string that ran along the bay with, like, sensors on it. And that was it.
Yeah, because I remember there was, like, this block of concrete.
Yeah.
In there with, like, said string that just went into the wall, and we don't fucking know where it went after that.
And we asked him, and that's what he told us. Yeah.
But I just remember him saying, like, oh, like, you can't tell anybody you were in here.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Because he's like, this isn't an area that we tour because it's, stuff in here that we don't want people touching or fucking with, basically.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, okay. And it was so weird. Like, it was so cool, but weird.
And I remember that, and it wasn't a big room. It was probably a room about the size of my bedroom here, Right. And, man, you're right. I remember that super vividly, though. And that was...
Yeah, it'd be super cool. I want to go back for sure. I try to make it to Fort Worden anytime I visit.
Well, you're invited to my mom's wedding.
I love it.
So...
Well, so then we're going.
Oh, yeah. She's getting married at Fort Worden.
Reason. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I guess that's a reason to go. But we're going to ditch the wedding because...
I see her every day, whatever.
I have to be there.
Yeah. All right, so what were you saying? You said you were trying to bring up something else that was interesting, then I brought it back to Fort Worden.
I don't remember.
Oh, no. But yeah, so...
I don't remember at all.
Yeah, like I said, so, like, I don't know. I always get those, like, right place at the wrong time things, though. The other time was the very first time I went to PAX. I'm a very big Rooster Teeth fan. I know that you know that. I don't know if anybody else knows that.
I do know that. Now they know that.
Now they know it.
Good.
So obviously, getting to meet everybody from Rooster Teeth. I met Gus, Gavin, Barbara, Bernie, and all that stuff. But the Bernie story is the interesting one. Because he was...
Is that the guy you have a picture with?
No, I don't. My phone died. Halfway
you have
through
a picture with somebody.
I have a picture with a couple people. Typically, it's Ray and Gavin, though. which is weird.
Gavin's my favorite because he's an idiot.
Yeah, he is. But with the Bernie picture, right? Not Bernie picture, but meeting Bernie. I remember the show floor closed. I didn't see him all day, and I was trying to get a signature from everybody for Trevor. Trevor is one of our personal friends. If you don't know, whatever.
Hi, Trevor.
Yeah. And I remember I was like waiting on the escalator, and I was bummed out I didn't see Bernie. I was like, well, I guess I'll go take the elevator because there was a huge line for the escalators. So I go around, I leave all the group of people again, and I'm waiting for the elevator. The elevator comes up, and I'm like, oh, there's a bunch of people in the elevator. I'll wait for the next one. The next one, Bernie gets off of the elevator.
Perfect.
And I was like, Bernie, dude, I've been looking for you all day. He's like, well, I'm a hard man to get a hold of, so I was like, hey, can I get you to sign this shirt for me real quick? Like, I'm trying to get my buddy, like, all these signatures and everything of all these people. And all this other stuff. He's like, yeah, sure, no problem. So he signs it, and I was like, man, I gotta say, you know, like, I really enjoy all your work and all this other stuff. I was watching Red vs. Blue heavily at that time, and like
that's
I said,
their anime, right?
yeah, no, not anime.
Or no, that's Ruby.
It's
Don't they do
the Halo?
Halo?
Yeah, the Halo one.
Oh, okay.
But I said, right place, wrong time. I happened to just forget about it. He's like, all right, cool. I was like, dude, thanks. I really appreciate it. And I shook his hand. I was like, yes, I did it. You know,
yeah.
hit the button to go down. The next elevator, Gus and Gavin are on the elevator.
What the fuck?
Yep.
God damn.
And
well, here.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
I was gonna say like the other one was Game Grumps.
Game Grumps. I don't think I've watched any of their stuff.
Ah, that's fine. They were filming a thing for Monster Hunter, and I just happened to be standing in just one certain place, and I was like, and they're like, hey, come over here, and I was like, me? And they're like, yeah. So I go over behind, I wasn't in the commercial, don't worry, but I was like there with them. The other time was like Funhouse. I was hungover, and I told them, I was like, hey, I'm waiting for my friends to come up here because they wanted to meet you guys. I'm just a little hungover. I don't want to go to the show floor, so it's okay if I just kind of stand by the booth and like, I mean, you can sit with us if you want. I was like, all right. So I sit behind the booth, and like I'm sitting at the table and we're just kind of chit chatting and everything. And because Funhouse was new at the time to Rooster Teeth, and they're at the Rooster Teeth booth, nobody was really kind of coming up because they didn't recognize them. But there were like 3 or 4 people that. They're like, can you sign my poster? And they'd sign the poster, hand it down. And then I signed it too. And they're like I said, it's not a lot. Like I said, like 3 or 4 people that I'm in the picture with them.
That's so stupid.
It's the dumbest thing ever. But I said, wrong place, right time, right?
I guess. So what I was going to say is I don't know if this is a right place, wrong time, wrong place, wrong time. Remember that time we went to Seattle and we raced up the stairs?
Oh my god.
You know where this is going. So okay,
I think about it all the time.
If you haven't been to Seattle, and if you have, you probably know exactly where this is. You get off the ferry docks and like you walk a little ways, and then there's like hella stairs.
But it leads to
hella stairs.
Okay, no. So off the ferry terminal, it's to the left a little bit. That's the best way I can describe it. You go down to the main street. You go left a little bit. I want to say it's in front of the aquarium. And then, like, across the street, straight forward, is, like, 20 stories of stairs that leads to Pike Place Market.
It's dumb. But, so, like, we look at each other like, all right, you want to race? Because at the time, we were both kind of in shape. We weren't fat lards at the time.
Yeah, no, now we're just disgusting
so we're like,
human
all right,
beings.
fuck it. So we're fucking booking it up these stairs. Like, that just made me tired just now. And we get to the top.
To be fair, and also,
seems to be a thing.
Wait, just to clear things up, we got to the top at the same time. We tied.
We did.
Yeah.
But I won. So, like...
We both were going to pass out, though, because we were breathing hella heavy.
We get to the top, and we're like... like, we were KO'd. And there's always some kind of person, whether it's me or Larry, or both of us at the same time, that just pops up out of nowhere and fucking... lizard eyes.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah. The Reptoid.
He's like, whoop, whoop. Reptoid. And this Reptoid guy goes, "Yeah, you guys should really learn how to breathe out of your butts better." We both look at each other. What? He's like, "Yeah, learn how to breathe out of your butts better." And then he vanishes.
And then he was gone. Yeah, he was gone just as quickly as he showed up. He didn't go down the stairs. He was just gone.
Yeah, he like sunk into the ground. He just...
So, I'm going to be honest, though. During that time, also, so this also lets you know how in shape I was, or at least was trying to be. My brother and I would go to Seattle, because it's always a free ferry ride to Seattle. And it's like $5
and
back.
It's only $7. I think it's $5 or $7.
Yeah. It was $5 at the time. I think it's $7 now. And
inflation, baby.
And we would race to the Seattle Science Center and back to the ferry.
That. That's far.
I know. How do you?
Far as fuck.
Yes, it's like 2 miles, 3 miles from the fucking terminal.
Fuck that. Did I miss our Seattle adventures? They're the greatest.
Yeah.
Like that time that we found the Ferrari dealership and we walked in there.
Ha!
And they like were so mad that these two like broke ass teenagers were in their dealership.
It was the Seattle Auto Show that we went to.
Oh yeah. That reminds me of another right place, wrong time story. I think it was the last time we went, you sat in every trunk of every car.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Including the Volkswagen that some Asian guy tried to shut you into. He was hilarious, sitting in there. And I was like, all right, I'm recording. I'm going to have to try and see if I can find the video on my Facebook and send it to you so you can put it in here. Because if you got to put it in here because it adds so much to the story.
I'll hold off on editing it till like Thursday night then.
I'll find it tonight. It's on my Facebook somewhere. But Larry's sitting in there. He's like, all right. And he gives a thumbs up. And some Asian guy walks over and like looks. And then looks at me and looks at Larry. And he like goes to shut the trunk on him.
Dude.
Like, what the fuck?
That's one of those things where
so
it's
much
like,
good times.
Oh, man.
Or running the arcade out of tickets.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. All right.
And while all of China was there.
I think this is because that we're both pretty schmammered on Voodoo Ranger. This is like the Feel Good podcast. You know?
Yeah. Minus that depressing part about the suicide forest.
No. We were still on the same page. I knew what you were talking about.
Yeah. We're on the same
so the arcade story was, I don't remember what came about. I don't know how we ended up in Seattle. I think it was just one of our random
Seattle trips. I think we just wanted to go to the arcade.
But this is also when we were working at the moving company, so we were making a fuck ton of money.
At least a fuck ton of money for a 17-year-old.
Yes, more money than we should have been making, right? And
which I look back now and it really wasn't that much, but
as a teenager,
at the time it was good.
Oh yeah, but so we went to the arcade, and we bought tokens like nobody's business.
Right.
Maybe $500 worth of tokens between both of us. Like we bought so many tokens, played every game hundreds of times. There was 2 machines, wasn't it? If I remember right, it was the skee ball.
It was those coin ones.
It was
no. It was those coin ones that like had the pusher thing, and you had to like try and get the coin down to push more coins.
And every coin you dropped, you'd get 1 ticket.
Yeah.
And I remember that. I remember there was 2 machines that we played though that ran out. One of them ran out on the coin machine. But the other one, I think it was skee ball, or it was like another weird game that we played.
Something like that. I don't remember.
All I remember was after that, right? So he was right. The weirdest thing to me was Michael and I were playing that coin game. We're dropping coins down. And every time we got coins, there was like 20 people behind us.
Every time you got a coin, like one more person showed up.
There was like 20 people behind us, and they were cheering us on. Like, no joke. 100% serious.
It was like a tour bus of Chinese people or something. I don't know.
It was unreal.
There was a lot of people.
This is one of those things where, as I'm saying it, it sounds fake when I'm saying it. But I was there. It's real.
It was that. I was there, too. It was real. It for real happened. Because I'm the one who noticed it. I turned around. I was like, did you just see how fucking people are watching you right now? And he's just fucking coining it up.
But I remember, I can't remember, I think it was you hit a super big one where you dropped like 40 coins in.
Oh, yeah.
And they went fucking wild.
Oh, yeah. We were getting cheered on. It was great.
So, the other thing
it was the most inspirational time of my life.
It was awesome. But I remember we had a fuck ton of tickets also. We went to the booth. There was nothing that we wanted. I remember... Actually, no, we got water. Because we were thirsty. It was hot as fuck in that arcade.
It was.
We got water, and then we didn't know what else to get, so we just gave our tickets away to like some kid.
I still have some of mine. I just couldn't get rid of them.
Really?
I still have probably about 300 tickets.
I just remember giving mine away to some kid.
Yeah. We're decent people.
Well, I am, I guess.
Wow, fuck you, buddy.
Well, I do the same when I go to Dave & Buster's now.
I've never been there.
I love it.
Never been. I've been to a place called Main Event here. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool. They have like laser tag and bowling and drinking and pool and one of those cool things that like you hang in and you just slide through it. You know, it's like that video. Yeah, it's kind of. I want to do like that video where you just hang in it and you just act like you're dead. You're just fucking flopping around. I want to do that.
So one thing, right?
Main Event's tight though.
One thing, right? You know what they have there? In I think it's like Scottsdale.
How do you know what we have in Scottsdale?
We need to go. There's like a thing called like Woof Meow.
I don't know what that is.
It's a puzzle room, but it's actually I'd say puzzle room.
It's an escape room.
Yeah, kinda.
Oh, I'm not smart enough for those.
It's an entire house, though.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that.
If I remember it, they give you like 3 hours. You have to book in advance. So what I'm gonna do now, Michael, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm saying it live now in the podcast camera. Probably during the summer, when you are off and out of school, I guess. You don't need to be there as much.
I still work though.
I know, but it's probably really a little bit easier for you to like get time off.
That's fair.
I'm gonna come out and visit you, and then we're gonna go do that.
Do it. They also have like those destruction rooms here. I've always wanted to do that.
I have too.
You just pay to destroy shit.
I think they're expensive.
But we could also do that with guns. I have guns. We can go do shooting.
This is
some pew pews.
This is us setting up right now as we're closing out the podcast in 3 minutes, maybe.
We're telling you guys what we're doing in the future.
This is our meeting. This is the business meeting that we have.
So that way you guys can hold us accountable for the things that we say we're going to do and we don't do.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking to you three people.
All three of you, baby.
All three of you, we love you.
So, I had a friend bring it up. They asked, why do I do this, right? For 3?
You do that. I go like this.
And then I do that for 2.
Gang.
So, when I played baseball and when you're pitching, that was the thing. 2 outs.
So you're a pitcher, not a catcher, huh?
Uh-huh. Obviously, when 3 outs go, the inning changes. You don't do 3. I really can't do this. See? So...
I'm sorry, that was...
So, I have a cut on my hand.
Oh, what is that from?
I was drunk and coming back from a friend's house, and I tripped in the park near the old apartment that we used to live in. Michael, remember the park? Where you saw that beetle? Or the bees fucking a tree?
Yeah, that happened.
Yep. So, it was in that park. I tripped, and I cut my hand on something. Don't know what.
That's unfortunate.
Got that gnarly scar on my hand. But now...
Yummy.
See? When I move my thumb, my pointer finger's attached to it. So, when I do 3 like this, it's not... It looks bad.
Sorry. You look like that guy from Scary Movie when he's stirring up the potatoes.
So, I do 3 like that. It does not mean white power. That's me saying 3.
Yeah, get out of here with your privilege. You brown guy. Great, and this is this week's racial episode. Yay!
Yeah. Full circle, guys.
Full circle. Should we full circle right into the ending now? I think we should.
Yeah, I think we should too. This is a good wrapping up point now.
It is.
All right, Michael, take us out.
On that racial bombshell. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. I almost said on Worstagram. Lately it has been, dude. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at worstfriends_pod. We are live on YouTube now. We're searchable. You just gotta scroll a little bit until people start following us more. But we are Worst Friends Podcast on YouTube. Worst Friends P0D on Twitter.
We have 0 Twitter followers, so don't worry about that.
So I don't even know why I fucking shout that shit out.
If I'm gonna be honest,
half the time I shout it out wrong anyways.
I feel like we just kind of do the Twitter thing because we're old. Well, we're almost 30 now, Michael. You know, it's like...
No, I just hit 28 on May 15th,
You're old,
man.
dude.
Fuck. My insurance rate went down $10, though.
Oh, you're lucky.
Yeah. But anyways, that's it for this week, everybody. Goodbye.